Disclaimer. This video was intended for an adult audience only. Viewer discretion is advised. Anything you see in this video, do not attempt to recreate. This video was created for documentation purposes only. Our purpose is education. We are not justifying or glamorizing using substances. What we are doing is educating people on the substances that we have used and what it has done for us. Do not recreate or do not redo the substances we have done just because we talk about it.
So, this is kind of going to be like a shaman talk, I guess. Like, I was sitting here thinking about how I'm able to trip. Like I basically just tripped for like 2 days, right? And I used to do that often. And like, reality, I used to take L like 4 times a week sometimes. Like, there was a point where I had so much that I was just like, well, I'll just double the dose, because like there's such a tolerance with it, right? But so many people would say I'm abusing it, but like, I'm a real shaman. Like, this isn't some fucking game. This is, and it's beyond the word shaman. Like, words aren't real. What's real is I figured out how to maneuver my soul through dimensions. Like, and it's beyond just figuring out how to maneuver it through dimensions. It's like, I learned so many techniques that it would take forever to explain. But like, that's why I said shaman talk, because I'm going to try to just shove it all right here. But like, I was sitting here thinking about, I went to the store to get a pizza, right? And because I was on mushrooms, technically I took mushrooms yesterday. I took mushrooms and LSD yesterday, and today technically, but like, I started last night, and I just kept going until like 10 o'clock this morning. And it's funny, I ended up falling asleep, right? Because like, I forgot to drink some coffee. I was just exhausted. I worked out a bunch of shit, and I fell asleep. My ass slept until 6 o'clock in fucking afternoon, right? But when I went to the store, I was still on it, right? Like, I could feel everything still. I was still tripping. I was still colors. Everything's moving still. I was walking to the store, and I could feel the connection between my ancestors. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I was listening to like a rock, like a psychedelic rock song or whatever, and it reminded me of being at rock concerts, like with my dad or whatever. And me and my dad don't have like a close relationship. We never really have. But it's the fact that even though he's like, we haven't had a close relationship, it's beyond human shit. Like, humans, like, I'm his son, he's my father. That's dumb human shit. Beyond dumb human shit, we are connected to a lineage of generations of humans, right? So like, our ancestors in a sense, right? I can feel, when I was walking, I could feel the connection between my lineage, like, because I don't do mushrooms, right? Like, I haven't done, I guess you could say, a natural psychedelic in a long time. I've been basically using LSD since 2020, and I've done mushrooms here and there, but ever since 2020, I kind of started exploring more with LSD. But LSD doesn't have that connection to the lineage of the thing. It's like, it's a whole different type of thing. But I felt the connection between the lineage of my ancestors, and I still do. And like, I also felt the connection back between me and DMT and the whole DMT space and tryptamine world. And this is what I mean, where like, I'm a real shaman. So like, I did DMT like almost like 800 times, right? In those 800 trips, just one of those trips, I've lived like 80 years in this light dimension with the city of light or whatever. But like, so it's like, I have more memories from DMT space than I do here on Earth. Like, here on Earth, I'm 31, almost 32. But in my mind, I have memory of DMT space that goes on for thousands of years, I feel like. I don't know how to explain it, but like, most of the time, as I'm going through life, all those memories of DMT and the tryptamine world and the all that deep shit usually isn't in my mind, because over the years I've learned how to silence my mind, learned how to center myself, and there's so many things that I've learned because being a shaman requires you to learn all this shit so you don't lose your mind. The reason why humans would tell me that I'm abusing psychedelics is because if they use psychedelics the way I do, they would lose their mind. Because they don't understand their mind. So, like, I understand how to center my mind. Like, I'm the type of dude, like, I was tripping balls and I just went to the store, right? Bro, you know how many times I do that? Where it's like, and not light doses, like, tolerance break, take 6 hits of L, strong fucking doses, not weak doses, strong doses, 6 hits, and I'm sitting there at Dollar General in the line waiting to go in line, and it's like I'm tripping so hard, but yeah, I'm able to just go up to the counter and say, hey, thank you, you know, whatever, because it took practice. I've had to practice and practice and practice learning how to center my mind in chaos. So in the moment where most humans would say they're having a bad trip because anxiety and there's people and everything's moving and like they're tripping so hard and they're in public and whatever, they're not able to just center their mind and just like let go, like let go of thought, let go of this, and just be, and also be aware. But like I don't know how to explain it. It's just no matter how hard I'm tripping, no matter how sober I am, no matter how whatever I am, I'm still able to be me. And it's taken work. And like, yeah, if I'm really high and on mushrooms, I might be a little more funny, but I can still center myself if I need to. But it's like learning how to do that in dimensions. Like, so when I'm in DMT, I smoke DMT, my eyes are closed, I'm traveling through this dimension, whatever. Learning how to center your mind and silence it and create a space of love. Like, speak from your heart. Like I don't know how to explain it. You know how, like, most humans are moving through life thinking. They're going through life, like, moving with their mind. I've learned how to move through life with my heart, because the heart is a mind. Like, the heart has something in it that's very similar to the mind, and so does the gut, right? Like, it's like these connections between the feeling in the gut, the feeling in the heart, the feeling in the mind, the feeling in the soul. I'm connected to all of them, and I understand the difference between all of them, and I know how to listen. I know when which one is speaking and which one is not. I know when I'm following my soul and when I'm following my gut, or when I'm following my brain, or when I'm following my dick. Like, you gotta know yourself fully. Like, so it's like I know if I'm taking mushrooms, it might be a little more serious. I took mushrooms, right? Hold on. I had to check on my pizza. But I forgot what I was saying. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that I used to sit here and try to like explain to people that, hey, I'm a modern shaman, and people would always talk shit and say you're not a shaman and yada yada. And it's like, to be honest with you, I guess because I was young, or maybe I was naive, or I don't know. I just felt like I had to try to prove myself, because I'm like, I'm just to the world, to people, I'm just some mixed black dude saying I'm a shaman, and it looks like I'm just a normal human tripping balls. But I'm a real shaman. The only reason I started tripping was to travel the spirit world. Like, that was, I don't know how to explain it, but this whole thing started from real shamanism intention, like real, the real calling. Like, that's why I learned meditation and breath work, because that's the thing. When you're centering yourself, you got to learn how to breathe, like breath work, but not breath work in this modern, like, modern humans tend to like Hey, I'm doing breath work. I'm taking an ice bath. Like, they're missing the fucking point trying to look spiritual or trying to look cool, right? That's why I gave up trying to look I don't give a fuck about the headband, the afro. I could look like a thug and still be more hippie than the people that look like hippies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are missing the point. If you're doing an ice bath, why? Why did Wim Hof start doing ice baths? Why did he start going in the cold? Answer that question and then you could start doing ice baths. Because people are doing it to look cool. They're like, oh, adrenaline. Oh, like, no, that motherfucker was dealing with some real suffering, some real pain facing himself. And it's like, people are like, oh, breath work, breath work. No, why did I do breath work? I started doing breath work because I was smoking DMT and realized that shit shattered me because I didn't know how to fucking breathe through it. I didn't know how to center myself. Like, it was beyond what I was prepared for necessarily. And, like, a year of research of DMT will not prepare you for that one real DMT experience. But, like people, it's like, why are people doing breath work? They're like, oh, I do breath work because it makes me feel good, and that's great and all, but like, real intention matters. Like, I was doing breath work to help me maneuver through DMT. I was learning how to meditate and silence my mind to learn how to maneuver through DMT space. Like, there was intention. It wasn't for human shit. And yeah, like, technically becoming a modern shaman and doing all that, it healed me. I am now healed. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Like, every version of, like, I'm whole. I feel complete. But that wasn't. But I didn't go on psychedelics thinking I'm gonna heal myself. No, it was, I'm a real shaman and I'm gonna learn the inner workings of this because this is my journey. This is my purpose. This is what I was born for. Obviously, like, I live this shit. And it's a funny thing that, I don't know. It's just interesting how life is. Cause, like, I've been doing this the whole time. So since 2014 and 15, when I was smoking DMT a lot, before I even made videos. So when I came on making videos, I looked like some naive kid, and I still kind of, because I have a really, I protected my inner child. I protected my soul this whole ride. So people see, they're like, they mistake my innocence for being naive when I'm more aware or more conscious than most people realize. I'm just free. I'm a conscious being. I say the word enlightened, like I'm now enlightened, but I only say that word because it bothers people. And I just like to poke at the thing because humans get so serious about dumb shit. Like, if I say I'm a modern shaman, and if I say I'm a shaman, people get mad, and I'm like, why? Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. If I say I'm enlightened, and people get mad, I'm like, okay, that's fine, you can get mad, but prove me wrong. And, like, I'm not trying to be rude or ego or anything about it. It's just, I'm living a real human life, and other humans are just judging me based on how I'm living my life, while they're not even focused on how they're living their life. People are so like, that dude's not a shaman. Okay, but who are you? Like, you're saying I'm not this because, like, it's that thing. I've been so focused on my own journey for the past 11, 12 years that the only thing I've seen is building my own consciousness and figuring shit out while other people are in this imaginary competition. Nobody else exists besides what I was born to do. Like, I had to learn how to meditate and breath work and control my mind and all these things and travel dimensions and connect to my lineage of the dimensions and the aliens and the this and like, you know how much time that has taken? Why would I have time to pay attention to what anything else is going on? I had to build myself and be real. I had to become a real shaman because shamans are not shamans until after they've done their journey, right? So it's this thing where now that my shamanic journey is technically over, I still trip, but I don't need to. But I do. But like it's just the journey to become the shaman is over. Now I'm just living life.